Every few years, a family show comes on the air and stays like that until either it's a polarizing reviews or cancellation. And perhaps maybe the series finale program on TV, which is why Cole McGrath, never watched the series finale of my favorite TV shows. I do watch TV once in a while, but only when I choose to watch the Class of 3000. For those who don't know who have never seen or at least heard about it, Class of 3000 is an American animated musical television series created by Andre 3000, best known member of the hip-hop duo Outkast for Cartoon Network. The series follows superstar and a music teacher Sonny Bridges, voiced in 3000, who was a group of students in Atlanta, Georgia's Wesley High School of Performing Arts. Bridges is a jazz and blues artist who occasionally lectures in Atlanta's Life 5 Points in the residential area. But after seeing this weird episode of the show, there were crazy things happening. One day I just finished on a mission where I had to fix a train and got people there out of the video game. P.S. The story was infamous in words and word crossovers. After finishing a task what I had to do, I went over to Zeke's hideout and grabbed my dog's named Zoe Trent, who looked like Princess Twilight Sparkle on her walk. I picked up some dog food at the Dragon Bowl Chinese food for lunch because I was hungry. My dog even ate some of my food. On the way back to the hideout, I spotted a store called Videos, DVDs, Canceled Movies, and Video Games. I bought some DVDs because the ones I have, I feel lonely. So I made my way into the store and found some weird stuff like a totem pole of Richard, Frachud, and more. Anyways, I bought a few video games such as Mario Kart Wii, Famous Sons, a pre-order copy of Cyberpunk 2077, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Complete Edition with all DLC characters, and Lego Mario Superheroes. After that, for real, I started to buy some DVDs. They were made by Disney, and as I was on my way to checkout, I saw a DVD that quite interests me. The DVD had a picture of Mason Spaghetti from the Class of 3000 looking down at her feet. I expected it to be a complete series of the show. The employee who worked at the shop for some reason looked at me at Team America. I bought the DVD and blew up in the gas station when I got home. I inserted the DVD and sat back and began watching it. The DVD started up with a PS2 startup screen. Despite the fact that I used a vintage VCR DVD combo, the intro started off with a theme song dubbed in Mr. Doves, a YouTuber I know on YouTube. The title of the episode was called Madison's Sickness. The episode started off with Little D practicing his drum set when Sonny walked in and greeted him with a nodding yes. Sonny asks if Little D finished his music homework from last night, which Little D said yes. Suddenly the fire alarm in the school went off. Sonny and Little D went as fast as they could as soon as they saw smoke. The fire burns down on the entire house of the school, forcing most of the kids to move to another school in Atlanta. A time card popped up that said 2 days later. Sonny greets his music class students, but the problem was Madison was missing. Little D soon recognized this and said, "Hey, where's Madison?" The next scene cuts to Madison Spaghetti taking a shower in her house. What's wrong with the scene is that she was shown naked being filmed in the episode. I try not to look at it while watching the episode. The point is I like watching movies and anime with strong nudity. Plus, I had electrical hands and Madison was singing the Lego City commercial song in the style of Star Spangled Banner. She turns off the shower and brushes her teeth, and then she goes off to her room and gets dressed. Madison looked at her clock and said, 7:20 a.m. She looked at the camera and said, "Who needs school after the old one burnt down? So, who cares?" I'm shocked to see that she didn't care about school. Just then, she started sneezing and coughing. Madison was perhaps sick, and she took some Dayquil and headed off to downstairs. She grabbed the PS4 controller and turned it on to play Cyberpunk 2007. I looked very carefully at my video games, and I noticed I bought a copy of it, and that made me mocking me lately. Like, that wouldn't be the true Class of 3000 if it was canceled in 2008. Another time title card appeared and it read, "After school, Madison's music class was just Standing outside living room window, Kim and Cam asked where she had been. Madison claimed that she didn't need school because it was burnt down. The next scene shows Kim and Cam at the graveyard. They all took out a dead infant and crushed it in its hand, while whispering something in a Forgian dialect. They were reading from some sort of book, A Serpent and the Rainbow. A dark storm clouds began to appear over Kim and Cam as they chanted louder and menacingly. Kim takes out an arcane motor and pesticides and began to grind the infant alongside pieces of a lizard. A horny toad of texturation or something like that. Pufferfish poison. Cam throws some strange plants that's known as the itching peas and pours them over at the grave site. For some point that they were briefly naked from the waist down for some reason. A no Keanu Reeves blender. Suddenly something begins to rise from the grave, and I forgot it was a class of 3000 because it didn't have a resemble of class 3000 in episodes at all. It seemed like more of a serious image involving Kim and Cam attacking people. Get out of here, we're making a zombie. They were all yelling at some senior citizens at the golf cart to throw their shoe at them. Wait a minute, this wasn't the graveyard, it was a golf course. That grave was just a plastic tombstone tragedy. She placed it there. I shut the tape off and kept in looking in the parking lot near Zeke's holdout for somewhere else to find. The next day I was chilling in one of the seats in the pool. I can't swim due to the fact that I had electrical powers. As I am watching a complete normal episode of Class of 3000 on my iPad, I hear a voice of a German accent saying, "Hello, did you like the last episode of the show?" I leaned down my iPad to see some sort of girl that I saw in the pool, not wearing the top part of the swimsuit. I told her to F off and just get the heck away from me. What is wrong with people these days, I mimicked to myself. A few days later, I told Zeke about what I found, and he believed me. My friend Kuo ordered us some pizza from Papa Murphy's Pizza. I noticed that one of the pizzas looked like Madison from the episode. Zeke and Kuo started getting the same look. I woke up in the hospital noticing it was a dream. I saw my dog Zoe Trent on my lap asking if I was okay. I was there with a few people such as Seymour Skinner, Aaron Fluck, Panama Benedict, and plenty more. Most of them claimed that Kim and Cam took one of my DNA and used as a zombie formula. They gave me a new DNA and I went back to smashing the crap out of the two Asian American idiots. Maybe I should have avoided that, but I checked in every now and then. Kim and Cam were the worst characters I've ever seen. And that, my little pretties, was Madison's Sickness. A Class of 300 lost episode, creepypasta, or funny pasta in this case. My final thoughts on this story? Well, this has been narrated, this story has been narrated by Ashley Armbruster. I want to thank you so much, Ashley Armbruster, for sending me this story. This is in the Goshia Wiki. Now, I'm going to be honest, since this one is a funny pasta, but, I could actually say that, it's meant to be a funny pasta. I understand that this one is a troll pasta, but, here's the thing, I'm going to be honest, is that, this has been listed for the Shadow Reader, the Dave the Useless, and me. But one thing I can definitely be for sure is that, this pasta was actually quite interesting. But at the same time, I definitely don't know if this was, I could say that, this one is supposed to be a troll pasta. So obviously this troll pasta does not have to make a whole lot of sense. But what I could definitely say is that this pasta was actually a funny pasta, which I could say that it was pretty cool. Even though he said it's a copy pasta, I guess I kind of saw maybe some of the stuff that was mentioned in there that kind of, was kind of copied off from another, pasta. I don't even know Ashley Armbruster, so if you could let me know in the comments below, if you did rip off any any stories from Goshia or any other stories, I encourage you not to do that. Mainly because, if, I'm going to say right now, this is Shadow Reader. I do remember him saying this in one of his latest videos, or maybe one of his old videos before his old channel got taken down, is if you're just plagiarizing or copy and pasting or copying something from another creepypasta or something, it's the lazy man's way out. I'm not trying to sound rude, but I can definitely say that I am actually being honest, is that it is it's just something I'm going to be completely and utterly honest. Now, Class of 300, I don't think I've seen it, so I really don't know this show too much. So that's obviously one thing I could definitely say is that I don't know this show. But, I actually heard about it, but I've never got a chance to watch it. But I'm looking at the images, and it looks pretty funny. So I might consider maybe checking it out eventually, whenever I get the chance. But it looks pretty cool when you ask me. Like, I could definitely say that it looks really interesting. Now, this story, the fact that Madison was sick, I'm going to be honest, like, if she was sick, would she be at the hospital? Even if she wasn't showing it very much signs and her parents found out about it or something, like, that's one thing. Like, how would she deny herself, being sick when she currently is? That's just confusing. And I'm going to be honest that, that is just as confusing can honestly be. And I'm just being honest, I'm not trying to sound rude or anything like that. I'm just, like, saying right now that, this pasta, I understand that this one is supposed to be a troll pasta, which I can give it that. And, the cliches, with it, there's some cliches in the story. Like, I can understand maybe this person took inspiration from one of Matthew Bumford's stories, so I'm not going to deny that. I understand that, Ashley Armbruster, that you tried to come up with something a little different, which I do understand where you're coming from. But this story could have been a lot better. And I'm being honest. Well, the grammar is good. Well, mostly good. I did spot a few grammar errors throughout the story. So, yeah, that was kind of why I stuttered a little bit. The sentence structuring is pretty good, I can definitely say. But although I did spot maybe a few run-on sentences, so the story was a bit hard to read at certain parts, and I'm trying to figure out what is it that I didn't really particularly care. And the fact that there was a couple of cliches that were incorporated in it, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest is that, some of these are just in a broken record. Like, some of these, cliches that have been used are just a broken record. And it's kind of like the same as the other stories that you've been writing so far. That's sort of, okay. But at the same time, you don't want to keep repeating the same cliche over and over again. Like, I'm just being completely honest, is because, here's the thing. If you're going to use a cliche and it's unavoidable, please make it in such a way that will make it completely original. Although it would still consider be a cliche, it would still be, in a former way that would make it more believable. I'm not trying to sound rude when I say it, but I'm just trying to be honest with this. I'm only being the honest truth because, I'm just being completely honest. Now, the story could have been, a little better. Like, maybe the grammar could be fixed up maybe just a little bit, because I did spot a few grammatical errors. And I think I spotted a few maybe sentence structuring errors, so yeah. I could definitely say that the story could have been maybe used a little more improvement, mainly with the grammar. But I can definitely say that you did improve a lot better, which I can definitely say. Now, I do believe that there were a few other cliches in this story, but I can't really point my finger on it. But I'm willing to excuse whatever they were. But the DVD, found in like a DVD store and stuff like that, I'm going to be honest that it has been used a lot. That has been used a lot in a lot of creepypastas. And I'm going to be honest, if you're going to use that cliche and it's unavoidable, you need to make it in a way that it's completely original. Like, make it in such a way that was going to be original. That way that way nobody will see that you're a lazy person. And I can understand that this one is a troll pasta. I understand it's not supposed to make a whole lot of sense, but I can definitely say that you at least try to come up with something different, which I can guarantee that you did pretty decent at that. Okay. I think I explained, long enough as I should be. And this one, I can definitely say that you did improve a little bit on the grammar, which that I can definitely, say that you did pretty good. However, the grammar could be fixed up maybe just a little bit, and then that way the grammar would be, a little bit more better. But other than that, this one was actually a decent pasta, even though it was I don't know if it's supposed to be a copy pasta or whatever, because you said it is, but you can let me know in the comments below. Okay, this is just a short review. I know it's been going on for almost 10 minutes. I'm going to say right now that this is simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these creepypastas, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. On the funny pasta side, I'll give it an 8 out of 10, and for creepypasta side, I give it a... You know what, I'm not going to give a rating for the creepypasta side. I understand this one's supposed to be a troll pasta. The whole thing, I'm just going to say, is gets an 8 out of 10. It's a great creepypasta, or troll pasta in this case. The grammar was improved and stuff like that. However, the grammar could be fixed up maybe just a little bit. And same with the sentence structuring. But other than that, the story did pretty good. And I encourage you to try to avoid as many cliches as if you can. Unless if there's a cliche that you can't avoid, try to make it in a way that will make it completely original with the story. And whatever it be considered still a cliche, you still did your best. Anyways, what did you all think about this creepypasta? Did you all enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what would you have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below on this episode. And if you're brand new here to this channel, be sure to like, comment, subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload. And as always, I will roll the outro because I'm out of here. And I will be seeing you guys all in the next video. Peace out.